What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the GeForce Grotto. I have a little bit of a different look this time. This is all the progress I've gotten since the last video. Got a TV stand and got my old TV on it. Found some speakers at Goodwill to set up, and you can see my two lamps up there that I made. This is my MGC pickups video. It will also be a little bit of a rant video. First, I'm going to start out with some shoutouts. I'd like to shout out everybody that I saw over the weekend. Thanks for coming out, and appreciate seeing you and hanging out with you a little bit. First ones I saw were my boys Rico, the original Game Boys, and Brian, retro game thrifter. They're local around me, so we go game hunting sometimes. I saw, Joel collecting retro, and Rob, the retro NES hunter. Nice to see you guys. It's nice to meet you, Joel, for the first time. Who else was there? Justin and Ryan, Business 17. Always great to hang out with you guys and talk. Who else? The Midwest Retro Gamers. Hung out with them a little bit. They're local as well, so I get to hang out with them at different conventions and stuff pretty often. And then Grimsy42 and his friend Brian came out from Buffalo, New York. They were out here last year. I don't think I'm missing anybody. There was this one guy, his name was Ryder. I don't know if you know him or not. Some people like to call him Shotgun. That's Ryder Ortowski, Ort Pro, and his wife Laura came out from Texas, and it was just really great to meet them for the first time. I love Ryder, he's a great guy. So those were all the people that I met over the weekend. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for letting me meet you for the first time, for some of you. And that was probably the highlight of the weekend was, oh, you know what, I forgot TJ and his sister Sarah. TJ, Married Guy Gamer. I think that should be it now. But yeah, just hanging out with everybody and talking was really the best part. Because you know what? The prices in the vendor hall were just terrible. Compared to last year, they were just outrageous. They were eBay prices or higher for pretty much everything. And it was very discouraging, to say the least. I didn't even buy anything until 2:30 on Sunday. Waited till the last minute before I left to try to make some kind of deal with people, and even then they weren't really willing to do any deals at all. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's start with the first things that I got. Another highlight of the weekend was I got to meet Ian Ferguson of the Unnecessary podcast with Pat Contry, and he likes to give out these pinball buttons, pins. He told me what they were, but I don't remember what game they're from, what pinball game. But it was just awesome that I got to shake his hand. I love him on the podcast. I love his opinions on things. So that was on Saturday that he was there. I got to meet him. And Saturday night I hung out with all the guys. And we did some trades. The first trades were with Justin, Business 17. He had these games that I picked up from him. Chaos Legion, Beyond Good and Evil, which was actually on my list, and Unlimited Saga. And I took some money off of his lamp that he purchased from me. And I took some money off of his lamp that he purchased from me. Some money off of his lamp that he purchased from me. The next trade was with TJ. This is iNinja. We actually did a trade earlier for this, and he forgot to send it to me, so he brought it with this time. And Xenosaga 2, I believe he just gave this to me. I don't remember if we actually traded for anything else or not. But that was Saturday night. We did some trading and hung out in TJ's room when we all played some N64. Excuse me, some different N64 games. And then it was Sunday morning, and I did a trade with one of my friends had a booth there, and I traded him some cases and manuals for this game, Asterix and the Great Rescue, and this Sega Genesis controller. Like I said, I traded him some boxes and some manuals for those. And like I said, I didn't purchase anything until 2:30 on Sunday. And I had a bunch of goals when I first went there, and I didn't even come close to making any of the goals. I don't want to go over the details of what those goals were, but I couldn't complete any of them, and part of the reason was the prices. The other part of the reason was there just wasn't a great selection. Part of the reason could be that I have a lot of games now, and there's just not a lot that I'm looking for. But either way, the vendor area was just terrible. I don't know if I'll be going back to MGC next year. If I do, it'll just be to see friends. It definitely won't be to buy anything or expect to buy anything. I'm really not impressed at all with the event, what do you want to call it? The venue. Excuse me. The venue sucks because it's in a hotel. You got this big ass tent outside where all the vendors are. You go into the hotel. Damn it. You go into a hotel, you go down this one hallway, there's more vendors down there. You go down this other hallway, there's more crap down there. You go in this hallway, and one of these rooms is console games to play. You go down here, you go down these stairs, there's arcade games to play. You keep going straight, you go around the corner, there's arcade games to play. You go around another corner, there's pinball games to play. It's not the place to have an event like that. It's not the right venue. Now, I'm a little bit spoiled because I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo in 2013. That was my first convention or expo. And now that I look back on it, it was great. I didn't know what to expect, but being to other conventions, it was how you're supposed to have a convention. It was in a convention hall. Everything had its own place. Everything was laid out perfectly. There was great vendors. There was actually vendors who had art. I hardly didn't see any art at MGC. I was looking to pick up some Donkey Kong stuff to decorate my game room, because you can see it's bare walls. But eventually that'll get all finished off. But yeah, the speakers are stupid. I had no interest in listening to any of them. Portland was great. I saw 5 or 6 different panels. They were all great. I was just totally disappointed this year with MGC. So like I said, I probably won't go back there unless it's just to hang out with friends. So we'll get to Sunday now, when I actually decided to purchase some things. Most of the vendors are either game stores or they're professional dealers who do this for a living. There was, only a handful of regular people, collectors or whatever. And there's no collectors selling to collectors like at other conventions I've been to. Even like the video game summit it's collectors selling to collectors, and you can make deals with people. On Sunday I'm a bundler. I tried to bundle stuff together, and nobody was having it. Nobody wanted to get rid of their stuff. It was the strangest thing. It's like they would rather take it home with them than to sell it. Like they'll only take this price for it, or they'll keep it and wait for the next sucker to come along and buy it. I don't know what the problem was, but I did manage to bundle some few things together and make some deals and get some games at least. I'm pretty happy with what I got. I could have spent more money. I only spent about $100. So let's get to what I picked up. My first bundle is, I spent $20, and I picked up Demolition Man, Rolling Thunder, Bart versus the World, that one was for $7 too, and Wall Street Kid was for $5. So like I said, that was a $20 bundle. And let me know if any of you have ever beaten this game, because I have. I don't know how I did it, but I beat this. It's an interesting game. The next bundle I got for $22 was Soldiers of Fortune. This one was for $8. King's Knight. That one was for $5. Sky Kid was for $8. And Abadox, which was for $6. So yeah, a couple of shooters that I knocked off my list there. Like I said, that bundle was $22. This one bundle I paid $12 for. Wolfchild, $7.95, $8. And Home Alone, no price on it, but I forget what he told me how much he sold these for, but I bundled them together for $12. And the last and final lot that I got, I paid $40. And I picked up Top Gear 3000. That one was going for $20. So I finally finished my Top Gear collection on the Super Nintendo. Top Gear 2 is like my all-time favorite racing, probably besides Mario Kart. Favorite racing game on the Super Nintendo. I love the music. I just sit there and I zone out and I just drive. It's really great. I love how you can upgrade your car. The next game is Robocop versus Terminator. That was going for $5. And I got the Texan G.I. Joe. That was going for $30. So I've had the Capcom one for quite a while now. And, this one is a pretty good game too. I decided to pick that up as well. I wasn't originally going to get it, but I've seen videos on it. And so that bundle was $40. So that's it for my pickups. Shout out to Midwest Retro Gamers. It was awesome seeing you guys again. Thank you for the shirt. So that wraps it up for me, guys. Thank you for watching. that's about it, guys. Thanks. Stay classy.